actually forgot to start, so yeah. Anyway, I did make it past the third scenario, Stirring in the Night, quite well actually on the second attempt. Like the first attempt I was one turn off for an almost perfect win. I only lost one shaman. Mistake? I think it's shaman. And my second attempt, which I managed to finish this area, I lost my Dust Devil and nothing else, and I finished in 13 turns, I think. Like, it's pretty fast. And yeah, like, except losing that Dust Devil, that low unit I would have pretty much recalled in every time, I did pretty well. But yeah, I'm still hung up about losing that one, to be honest. Anyway, let's start. And hi for task. Like, if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, please tell me. For now, Descending into Darkness, Scenario 4 of Under the Burning Suns. Chapter 4. We found a crumbling obsidian tower that Elo had described, and we camped at the edge of the foothills before the mountains. I was still shocked by the loss of Garrick, and the elves who fell in the battle last night. There was so much death in this land. Had it always been this way? As we traveled, I pondered what this world might have been like back before the Great Fall, and I remembered the tale that had been told to me many times since I was a child. A long, long time ago was the Golden Age among elves. Our people lived in harmony with nature in lands filled with trees as far as the eye could see. There was peace among elves, and the other races such as humans and dwarves, and evil creatures were driven deep into the earth. The full name of Uria was not yet known among our people, and our powers were so great that we raised another sun into the sky, so that the days were lengthened and dark hours were few. Happy indeed were our people during these long years, but it was not to last forever. Eventually, peace and prosperity fostered corruption and decadence. Through her powers of deception and guile, Uria cultivated secret groups of followers, promising to fulfill their darkest desires. She bided her time and slowly stretched her black hands out across the world. At first, petty arguments between humans, elves and dwarves erupted into conflicts, embroiling our people in the first wars they had fought for ages. Then orcs and other foul creatures came back into the world and raided our settlements, razing villages and massacring hundreds. Uria's followers studied the necromantic arts and raised armies of undead. Our people had grown weak and soft in a time of peace and plenty, and were ill-suited to cope with these new trials. Let's reread that sentence because that inflection was just wrong. Our people had grown soft and had grown weak and soft in a time of peace and plenty, and were... Oh, in it... Now I get it. Our people had grown weak and soft in a time of peace and plenty, and were ill-suited to cope with these new trials. Even nature herself seemed to quail under the onslaught. Crops failed, the trees sickened, and our forests began to die. Most disturbing was the way the nights lengthened, creating the long dark we suffer today. Many of our people despaired, and many embraced the oncoming darkness, worshipping Uria in hopes of saving themselves. Former friends fought over what few resources remained, and chaos threatened to overwhelm us all. In this time of troubles, Elo first appeared to a select number of us, those few that still doggedly fought to preserve our homeland and our heritage. She told us that the old days had ended, and only through strict discipline and strength could we survive in the new world. She led us out of the few remaining forests, which were being logged and burned by the orcs, into the open plains, where we could roam freely. She taught us that alone we were weak, but together we could still strike fear into the hearts of our enemies. We learned that the only way to survive in this harsh new world was to always value the needs of the many over the wants of the individual. We must all work together, for without each other we are nothing. Even as the plains dried up into deserts, we follow her will and walk in her path, remembering our ancestors and the sacrifices they made that we might live, and always striving to create a better world for our children. Had the Golden Age just been a story? What kind of world could I be able to create for future generations of our people? All I knew of the past were the ruins of great castles and tales of a time when life was more than just a struggle to survive. Life did not seem to have grown easier for my people in the last few generations. If anything, the land had grown even more unforgiving. Was there anywhere left in this world that I could take my people, which would be better than the land we were born into? These mountains are huge. I never thought they would be so big. And what's that white stuff on the top of the peaks? On the tops of the peaks. I wish Garrick was here. He'd know more about these lands than I do. I've never been up here, but I heard stories from the few who have made the journey and returned. That white stuff is called snow, Nim, and the mountains are very cold. The smaller hills aren't as hard to cross, but they are filled with goblins, with orcs and goblins. It may look peaceful now, but they hide in the many caves and tunnels beneath the surface. I had another vision last night. Elo told me that we had to continue north, but instead of trying to go over the mountains, she said that we had to go underneath them. This is referring to the story text of the third scenario, where Kelly told about this dream, and then it ended with he woke up just like in the first scenario because of his scream in the night. Underneath them? But how? Orcs and goblins have been living here for hundreds of years, and their network of tunnels and caves is more extensive than you might think. Who knows how far they go underground? We are ill-prepared for trekking over those frozen peaks. As much as I dislike these pitch-black caves, if we want to cross these mountains, we may have no choice. Other creatures besides orcs dig tunnels in the earth. Long ago, dwarves mined mountains such as these, and huge trolls like to hide in the deep, dark places under the earth. If your goddess is omniscient, as you seem to think, Kelly, I wouldn't be surprised if there were a way to cross under these mountains. I fear no darkness, and you won't be lacking a source of fire or light. Well, if we are going under these mountains, we are certainly going to have our hands full fighting all those orcs and goblins. Indeed, I want to warn you again, this isn't the desert. The orcs love fighting in hills and caves, and we won't have the advantage of fighting on the open sands. And with our recent losses, we don't have the numerical advantage we are used to. So we'd best be extra careful. Still, if we can clear a path in the hills ahead of us, we should be able to escort our people into the tunnels. And hopefully underground it will be easier to protect them than out in the open. Strike hard and fast, and also be careful. Right, this is going to be fun. So Kelly must reach the exit tunnel at the north edge of the map. Nothing is being said about units having to die. And since I've made it here now, I've had a follow while I was reading this stuff out. And so yeah, thanks Horse0312 underscore for following me. So first of all we get your Tender and Mini Mogul. Like for those of you who are new, for example Horse, viewers have the opportunity to name units after themselves, like your Tender is a viewer, Mini Mogul is a viewer. You just have to pick the unit which you want, the kind of unit you want to have named after yourself. and I'll see what I can do. So I've got 120 of gold, so exactly 6 units. This is a pretty low number, to be honest. Okay, for the record, Zul talked about how we've got less people than previously, and at the previous scenario also Nim said that units might cost more in the future, and this is happening right now. Like, for example, the Queen of Fighter cost previously 15 gold, Mystic 16 gold, Queen of Scout 70 gold, and the Tower right at 20 gold. So each of them experienced 2 gold increase, and except the Mystic, who got a 4 gold increase. Catbagger mod. Kelly was being sarcastic. I think I didn't quite manage to say it in the right tone, but he wasn't being genuine about having fun with this, but he was really just being sarcastic. So I don't know if this his line about fun fits better with that in mind, or if something else feels odd about this. Okay, so I would like to this one, the Druid, why not? Preferably an archer. Yep. So just for the record, I don't see how much gold they have. They have some gold, but I don't know how much. Or rather, I don't see the numbers they have at a time, but they start with about 560 gold. I start with 120 gold. Fair. Attack! Run away! Goblins are so predictable. So yeah, let's just say they are pretty individualistic. Just a moment. Better. Then you can see I'm surrounded by a lot of goblins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, this is the one that said run away, that's a coward. All the others are called scouts. Just saying. Then let's do the smartest thing first. Wait, what? Oh, I can't reach it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh. Like, I wanted to play Zul in that village, so I would basically have for 1 the village, and for 2 I would have secured a base where I can place my healer, healing instantly any kind of damage they might deal to surrounding units. Yeah, that didn't quite work out. Boom. Then let's take out 1 more. And that's already 6 goblins in the second turn. So for the record, there are 3 enemy leaders, even though I can see only 1 for now. The other 2 are inside the caves. I can show you once my turn stats. Right now I'm kinda confined to what they do. So 1 is somewhere here, I think, and 1 is over there. Like, the caves go a long way there. Then first of all, I kinda need a healer. That's on me. Then this one has to go, I'd say. This first arrival here isn't that hard to kill. Especially because it's still daytime. First midday. I will have the advantage for quite a while, but sadly not quite forever. So I kinda need to protect him there, because I did sort of mess up there. Like, this guy can reach him, and if everyone hits, he would die, and that would be bad. Then that's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay, possibly I've killed a few Tortallverse now, which is bad. Unless I'm like extremely lucky, apparently. Look at my stats. Okay, apparently I've still taken more damage than I'm supposed to do, but nice. Then let's kill off this one. These elves are stronger than he thought. Send for more reinforcements. How can he move that fast? He's faster than any goblin raider I've ever seen. It's almost unnatural. Like, he has 11 movement points, which... Like, he has 11 movement points without a quick trade. Without a quick trade, he should have only 10 movement points. Yeah, I'm not gonna comment it. Wait a minute. He was wearing a silver ring on one of his fingers. I think the ring might be magical. Maybe that's why he was moving so fast. The elves have killed Panok the goblin. The other goblins may flee to the caves, but we will not give up these hills without a fight. Come forth, creatures of the lake. Fulfill the oaths you have made, and help us drive these hated creatures from our lands. Yes, we remember the oath. Slay them all. Okay, great. Not. Really? Should I take this ring? No, I think someone else should react. For example, Kelly would be a pretty good candidate there. Then, okay, Pretender is safe, that's the important part. Yeah, you could take the village. Huh. So yeah, I kinda want Nim to bait them a bit there. So I get to kill one of them pretty much immediately, that would be nice. Like this. So during the day I still have all the advantages I could want, and the plan is to make use of all those said advantages indeed. Boom! Another level 3 unit. So how do I do this best? Like, I would like... Yeah, first of all, let's kill this one in a way that everyone else is safe. Like, pretty much no enemy except this one, which I'm going to kill, can reach. So I'm as safe as I can be over there, like the Pretender is as safe as they can be over there. And now to kill off the others. Ah, come on. Can really reach there? Boom. Then let's level up this one, I think. Boom. Then let me check the distances. They are equal. In that case, I'm gonna go for the skirmisher. This unit that's standing there is quite likely to die the very next turn, because they are very exposed there. I don't think they've got good odds. It's a sacrifice I can make. It's frankly not a sacrifice, it's nice to make. Okay, maybe this one is the one that's actually gonna die. Great. Or not. So it's nighttime, I'm gonna retreat as wide as far as possible. That also means that less of them can attack me at once. At least that's the idea. Then this is awkward. Okay, I think I can manage a smarter retreat than that. Like, those guys are also coming in and I don't want to fight them, so I'm gonna run away from them. Makes sense, I think. And to run away from them, I just have to go over there. At least I hoped that would be the case. Okay, maybe not then. Oh. Why the hell are they so fast? Why are they so quick? I don't like that. This group of people. Can they go somewhere else instead? Nope, nope. Like, just like previously where I had the advantage movement-wise, movement type-wise because of the sands. Now it's the time for orcs to shine. Like they've got one movement point over hills while I have 2 movement points, so my mobility is very much reduced, like extremely much. Which means this is going to hurt. This one can't reach. At least these guys can, like this. And I'm very much willing to sacrifice that mystic, thank you very much. That is if they're going to attack it. Oh. Oh! Yep, I'm too young to die. What will happen to my people? So just to dissect what went wrong there, I rushed too fast and I completely ignored that it's going to be nighttime in a moment, which cost me units. Like, it pretty much started when I placed Pretender over there. Like, first of all, let's save the replay, and since I'm not gonna make another attempt today, let's dissect the replay instead of me just cutting the stream short right now. Oh, let's play. And yeah, for now I can just go. Yeah, nothing's wrong there, nothing's happened there at this point, so there's not much to say. Enemy recruits, I recruit. I should have probably gone for more experienced units instead of this spread, because I only have enough gold for 6 units. So I should make those 6 units absolutely count, especially since the enemy has 560 gold to my 120 gold. So I did not do that. I was overconfident, like very much so, and I went with, like, I literally called 2 level 1 units. It's not worth it. So just a moment so we can see where it goes wrong. Pause. Like, I'm gonna play this single move wise. Like, nothing's wrong with the things here right now. Like, that's obviously working quite well. This was a mistake. I exposed them to this Orcish Warrior and this Goblin Impaler, and I made him attack an enemy unit, which also made him lose some health. I should have instead not gone there. I should have just taken this village over there, maybe finished off this one, stay out of range, group up. I didn't. I was greedy. So I kill this one off. And now I have to cover for this one. So I move Yotender, my level 3 Queen of Sunsylph, over there, exposing to this one, and to the enemy leader. Means that even if the unit survives, it's very likely it will have taken a lot of damage, meaning I won't be able to make use of this unit for the next couple of turns. At a time where I will need every single unit I have to survive the night. I didn't have that because I messed up there. So let's keep playing, play turn. So, frankly, like, I was lucky I survived, that's great. And at this point I could have still salvaged this. At least I think it wasn't quite over yet. Let's play this turn. Like, I finished off the enemy leader, so this one won't recruit anything else anymore. Nice. So, skip this part. I managed to cover for them. I managed to place a healer so they can heal. Also take out this one Orcish Assassin, so this one won't threaten me. This is the last turn before it's the nighttime starts, before dusk comes, and then night. So I should run. There are more enemies coming. There are some enemies, like for example, this one is coming. This one is close enough to attack me. This guy is coming in, this guy is coming in, and I really should have just run away at this point. Say, okay, no, it's not the right time to make a stand, especially not there. A good call would have been just to run for the starting keep, group up, heal everyone as much as possible, try to make use of disengage when getting attacked in the next turn. Instead, I went on the offensive against them. Like, yeah, this was not bad, but only under the condition that I go on the attack against them, and I did. Sure, I took out a couple of units, like, I think that went pretty well. But now, by sticking around, those two also enter the equation, and this one. So now I'm in trouble on so many levels. And yeah, like, I probably could have, I very much could have protected Kelly from dying right there and then, but I would have had to sacrifice other units, making my situation even worse. Yeah, snowballing into me actually losing the scenario no matter what I do. Yep. And it's pretty much it. Anyway, next time I play this, I won't be as overconfident. I'm going to straight up, like, just to show you what I can bring to bear there. Like, I can 1 level 3 unit, 2 level 3 unit, this one as well, the Vanguard, so I really have a tank, Mini Mogul probably as well, where they are. Oh, this is a Vanguard. I wanted Stalwart. Do I not have? Oh, okay, so this one, this one, this one, this one, or probably this one instead of this one. Depends, I'm not quite sure yet anyway. This is already 4 almost high level units, maybe this warrior as well, and probably this Taurer rider, so I could get a Stalwart, an even better tank that I have so far. Anyway, that's what I should have done, it's not what I did. I can do better next time. And for now, sorry that I didn't do much playing this time. I failed quite fast. So yeah, see you next time. Probably tomorrow, but no guarantee. I'll have to see tomorrow if I can do that. Now, good night, good morning, depending on where you are. See you. And yeah, sorry.